It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The punter, Jacob Martin, ready to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's a return from the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now give left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lamar off the play fake. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, they'll run. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Nathaniel Watson there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Play fake, Jackson. The Rams close in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Watson. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Watson working in the pistol. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
59.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Set. High alert. Hey, 54.
Working from the gun, Watson. And this one's tipped and intercepted. Ncaa Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
To the line they go. It's second down. Lamar now from the gun. Walker hauls it in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Lamar. Firing one deep for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's got Andrews. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They're running the option, short side. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the boot cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Flush down now to his left. Take it off with it again. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Uncle, come on!
They go play fake with Jackson. This one's caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Rock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Alert! Reset!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, 24!
Watson now off play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, 24! Reset! 9, I'm going.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Ravens will go on offense.
You are in.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Trying the right side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, you often see some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
From the gun, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
54. Reset.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
64.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Reset. At 24. Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. Looking right, and he finds him. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Alert, alert. Reset.
3rd and short, it's Watson. Pass complete to Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Reset. 24.
From the gun, Watson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Reset.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
At 55. Reset. At 31.
Watson looking to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns chop some of the lead off before the half. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns cut the lead down to 10. Trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
see it.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get up! Ready! Finish it up! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up! Sit up!
Here's the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Andrews with the catch. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Hey,
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Oh.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. Hits the 20. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Get a set.
1st and 10. Here's Watson. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Get a set.
Back to the air. Watson. Finds a seam down the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They are now set for 1st and 10.
Get a set.
They send a man in motion.
Out.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Get a set.
Now the first carry for Ncaa. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
59.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Get a set. 54.
Throwing is Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down.
Hey, 31.
And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's on the move. Trying for a touchdown. He's got it deep downfield. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Get a set.
He keeps it himself. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Ncaa, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. And go.
Play action, it's Watson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This is Walker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. Third down coming up.
Set. I finish ball.
Working from the gun, Watson has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Set.
They give up the gut to Walker. Works his way to the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Set.
To throw, here's Watson. Walker holds it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Set.
Working inside the red zone. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And he's got a man, complete. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, first and 10.
It's on.
Lamar off the play fake. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
It's on.
Plowing up the middle. He breaks the tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Brushes him off by a man, and now he's in the clear. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Run here from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Play fake, Jackson. He rolls to his right. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend, and that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Watson. He puts some juice on it deep. This is brought in at the 15. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Walker on 1st down. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it. Touchdown. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action now with Jackson. The Browns close in and take him down. That pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Lamar now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They're set.
Enough to Chubb to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
They're set.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here he is on 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought.
Alert. They're set.
Watson now off play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They're set.
Now an inside give to Walker. Has a lane inside the 25. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Browns make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Forced out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
They did it! He made the interception! Greg Newsome has it! Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense. Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them. That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Walker running to the right. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Watson working in the pistol. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now a try to go up by 4. Put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. Returnable from the 1. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 24. Hey, alert. 9 of them.
It's Walker on the give. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
24.
He'll throw it. They did it. He made the interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, They come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Ready? Set up.
Now Jackson off to play action. Caught by Flowers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Buys time, rolling right. And it's picked off, but, oh, yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. Okay, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find the first.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens losing by 4. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Out, set up. Ready?
He's back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Rolling back, it's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Setting up to pass. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Throwing now. Headed out right. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
What's that? At 31.
Here he is to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he crosses midfield before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Watson on 1st and 10. Put the body on the line for his team. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Sticking to the air with Watson. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. This from 48 on the left hash. That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And that miss extinguishes the last chance they had in this game.
The obvious disclaimer right here, Kate. Let's make sure the kicker doesn't, well, take the whole blame for this loss. Because, yes, it was a game-tying kick, but this team's performance and missed opportunities throughout, there are a lot of guys going to watch this tape and say to that kicker, I could have done more.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.